students. Welcome to week 2 of music appreciation. Today is Monday, June 8th. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so. I apologize for this video coming out a little bit later than I would usually like to. Like I said in the message that I sent out, I've been a little bit sick and lost my voice. But I did want to go ahead and get an instruction video out for you today. To make sure that everybody's on the same page and knows what to expect for this week. So it looks like everybody did a really good job of last week. I think I had only one person didn't get everything turned in time. Everybody else was able to do the tutorial and get in and complete everything for week 1. I have not yet gone in and graded the discussions, but I will get that done early this week so that you can make sure that you're doing well on those. Just as a reminder, make sure to post your initial post for the discussion boards on Thursday. So your discussion board 2, the first one is actually due, the first part of that is actually due on June 11th. And then the rest of it is due on June 15th, which is Thursday and then Monday morning. So just make sure you're following that plan and you should be good to go. This week continues Unit 1. We're getting into Chapter 2 for this week, which is going to cover the elements of music. You can kind of think of this as sort of an intro to music theory. It kind of talks about some of the terminology. It gets pretty deep into some stuff. You don't have to worry about everything in this chapter. Just kind of a basic understanding of these highlighted terms, the bold terms there, and you should be good to go. Most of these videos that are embedded are pretty short, so if you want to watch them, that's great. Otherwise, don't stress too much about it, and you should have a pretty good idea of what you need to know for this course. So you'll go through and read this chapter and then complete your multiple choice assignment for this week, which is assignment 2, and then you have a discussion board for this week as well. And then in addition to that, you also have your Unit 1 quiz. Now this quiz will cover the last 2 weeks, so it'll cover everything from Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So you'll notice that the textbook is broken up into units, and for each unit you will have a quiz. Now, I had somebody ask me, what do we study for the quizzes and all of that stuff, so let me explain that real quick. The way that it works is each unit's quiz will be comprised of questions from the assignments that lead up to it. So this Unit 1 quiz will be made up of questions from Assignment 1 and Assignment 2, those multiple choice assignments. I take those, I combine them together, and I filter it down to the 25 most important questions, and that is what is in your quiz. And at the end of the semester, all of those quizzes get combined together and then filtered down to make the final exam. So they're all multiple choice questions that you've seen before as you go throughout this class. So you shouldn't have too much trouble with that. Also, it's called a quiz. It's not like locked down or anything. You are allowed to use your textbook for it if you want to have your assignments open during that. That's a good way to make sure that you're getting everything that you want to be able to find the answers. So you can open up and you can print off the save a PDF file or something of the answers to those questions, so that as you're going through the quiz you can get everything that you need to there. So it's just kind of reinforcing all of that information. So don't stress too much about that. Just treat it almost like a bigger multiple choice assignment, kind of, if you will. So you should be able to do that. Now, these are one shot only. You don't have the option of going back and retaking the quizzes, so be aware of that. Make sure you get everything correct the first time. Now, with the assignments, with Assignment 1, like last week, and Assignment 2 this week, you should be able to, once you complete it, you can see what all of the questions were that you missed and be able to go back and retake it that way. And I do appreciate those of you that emailed me to let me know that Assignment 1 was not working correctly for that. I'm trying to make sure each week that I've got those assignment settings set. If you do come across one that is not showing you the answers whenever you finish it, just shoot me an email. That just means there's a mistake in the settings and I need to go in and fix it. Sometimes Blackboard resets those settings on me and it gets a little bit junky there. Okay, I think that's all you need to know for this week. Let's look at the discussion board real quick. So your discussion question has to do with timbre, volume, and articulation, and how they contribute to the piece's expressive quality? How do these elements shape your emotional response to the music? And you can share an example of a song or a piece that uses these elements effectively to convey a mood or feeling. And especially, talking about something that you are familiar with. So in this example from Elise, it looks like she used the song Boot Up by LMA, I guess is how you say that. And that's great. I want you to use examples from your own life. So, find stuff in there that is related to how you think about it. And again, your due date 1 is the Thursday of each week. That's your initial post. You'll get 10 points for that. And then your 2 replies are due by the following Monday morning. Okay. So if you lose some points or something, I'll usually put a comment in there that says like your initial post was late or something. So you'll be able to see that once I get those graded later on. Okay, I think that's everything that you need to know for this week. Later on this week, I am going to send out a video explaining Special Project 1, so you can kind of get into that a little bit. There's some information in the folder, but it's not quite up to date yet. But, if you want to kind of get an idea of what's going to be expected there, you can start checking that out. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know. Shoot me an email or shoot me a message in Blackboard. Otherwise, keep trucking along and continue doing a great job, and let me know if you need anything. Have a great week, and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.